Hey guys, welcome to my channel, What People Want to See. I'm coming here today to make a video on my Browning High Power. I wanted to give a little review of this pistol and my experience with owning it so far. So this is a Browning High Power Practical in 9mm. This was my grandfather's handgun, and it was passed down to me. It was the first handgun I ever owned, and I fall more and more in love with it every day that goes by. So I want to start off with a brief history on this pistol. The Browning High Power was designed from 1914 to 1935 by John Browning before his death in 1926. It was completed by a Disassembly. I'll put that in the bottom left because I don't know how to pronounce his name, at F. and Herschel. And this pistol, after its completion in the mid-30s, would go on to play a very important role in World War II. The original reason for wanting to design this pistol, which is, by the way, the brother of the 1911, was because at the time there was a large need for militaries to have pistols that held more rounds of ammunition. So the Browning, upon its completion, was able to hold 13 rounds of 9mm plus one in the chamber for a total of 14 rounds, which at the time was a phenomenal amount of ammo to hold in a sidearm. It in a lot of cases was the most ammunition in any standard, size duty gun. And it was very important at that time that the capacity of firearms was, very important in the determining factor in figuring out the outcome of gunfights in combat roles. So again, it was one of the first guns to use a zigzag magazine style that we know and love today, and pretty much every handgun that we use that's 9mm and holds a larger capacity is going to be double stacked. I do want to go out of my way to say that this is one of the original magazines I have here. I have another one of these, however, I'm not exactly sure where that's at. It's in one of my gun safes. And this is the original grip that came on the gun, which is quite a bit fatter. I have these thin G10 style grips on here just because they fit my hand a lot better, personally. But yeah, essentially this gun would have came with two 13-round magazines, a stock grip, and that would have been everything that you got. So we're going to be moving on to some interesting features and facts about this pistol, as well as we'll go into a quick field strip and breakdown and cleaning. Okay guys, so let's go over some quick facts that are important to know about this firearm. It was available to the US market in 1954. It came out to the public market in the US. It was available in two models. You could get the 9mm, which had a capacity of 13 plus 1, as we prior discussed, or this was available in 40 Smith & Wesson a little bit later down the road, which came with a capacity of 10 plus 1. I mean, this gun is pretty straightforward. It's a single action only, which means that, well, as you see, let me show clear. Show clear. This gun has a magazine disconnect, so I cannot actuate or pull the trigger unless there's a magazine in the firearm. This gun, like I said, is single action, so you have your single action pull. There is no double action. The slide must reciprocate before you get another trigger pull. The trigger is a smooth single action trigger pull. It is minimal take up. You get to the wall, break. And I'll show you the reset just for fun. Right there, and not very audible, but you can sort of feel it. It's very spongy because of that magazine disconnect. It's a shame. Looking to get that removed. But that's your trigger. You've got manual safety here, up, down, which you can only engage when the hammer's back. So there you're on safe, there you're on fire. Ambidextrous. Super easy to take down. You're gonna lock the slide to the rear, such as so. I'm trying to do this kind of backwards. You got this little dot here. You're gonna pull down the lever, push out. Not like that. Actuate your safety. Just gonna hold your slide in place, like so. Wiggle here, pushing out on this pin here. Once you have this removed, remember the slide is under tension, so you want to be careful when disengaging your safety because it will cause your slide to shoot forward. So make sure you catch that, like so. You now have your lower receiver, which you can see here. It's a little gunky, being as I like to shoot this pistol a lot. And it's pretty simple takedown from here we're all familiar with. You've got your guide rod, your magazine spring, and last but not least, your barrel. Like I said, this gun is absolutely disgusting, which could be a testament to how much I like to shoot. Not only this firearm, a lot of my firearms, but this one always comes out. It's a super flat shooting, smooth shooting firearm. Like I said, that single action really does all the work for you. Not to mention it's a steel gun, so it carries a little bit of weight. Just fiddle with this, and just like this. Use that safety again, it'll lock you in there. And simple as day, drop your pin back in, wiggle it around, click, 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 and you're good to go. And since this doesn't have an exposed recoil spring, you can rack the pistol from the front here all day long. You can also one-handed rack this pistol on anything that you would happen to need to do so in the event that your hand was injured or arm was injured. Now, this pistol will fit in most 1911 holsters. Here we have a simple leather inside the waistband holster. It's a very slim fitting pistol. Also got a little bit of a thicker holster. This could be outside the waistband as well as inside the waistband. Fits snug. This is a SIG Emperor Scorpion, which is also going to fit perfectly well inside either one of these holsters. So that's a breakdown and some of the cool features of this pistol. Again, safety check. I'll give you guys a sight picture there. That's going to be your iron sights. Instead of 3-dot, it's going to be kind of rectangular, as you can see there. And that is a quick rundown of Disassembly. Okay guys, so let's go over some closing opinions here. Overall, this gun is super classy, super reliable. It's tried and true. It's been used in over 94 nations around the world. It's flat shooting, low recoiling. This particular gun was actually serialized and sold, manufactured and sold in 1991, which was the year that my parents were married. My grandfather actually bought it for my father as a gift, and my father turned it down. Can you believe that? Luckily, ended up in my hands after all these years, so grateful for that. I like to carry this gun with the Mec-Gar 15-round Mec-Gar magazines because the feeding lips on the old magazines are a bit faded. The rounds sit at a higher angle, so sometimes that causes malfunctions, as you can see there, and I have squeezed the lips on these magazines down several times to correct that, but it just seems as if they fade back out. So for reliability purposes, I enjoy carrying this gun with these 15-round Mec-Gar mags. The follower in them is slightly shorter, but I've never had an issue running hundreds and hundreds of rounds through this pistol. This is not sure exactly who makes it. There's no stamp on here, but it's a 20-round magazine I got at a gun show for the Browning High Power. So I figured I would give you guys a look at that. But yeah, overall, tried and true gun. Absolutely love it. I think she's a beauty. If there's anything else that you guys would be interested in seeing, please leave a comment down below, and maybe I'll get a video out showing you guys some shooting with this gun. Would be awesome. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see a review of the SIG Emperor Scorpion EMP Fastback or any of my other firearms. Thanks guys, take care.